everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Steelers have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Bengals, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Lil Now. Big divisional game today. Huge win against the Jets last week. My Elgato froze before, so this is my second time playing this. I gotta figure out what's going on with that because it's just getting old now. Like, I'm tired of having to restart all these games. I was having such a good game. So many of my dudes were balling. But yeah, we played the Bengals second week of the season, beat them by 2 points. It was a really good game. You should see they have John Ross out. Tyler Eifert's a problem. Their line's decent, not the best, so we'll definitely be trying to get pressure on Andy Dalton. I can't believe they have Vita Vea and he doesn't even play. Like, I wish I would have known this before the trade deadline. And he's only a 76. Like, I'm definitely trading for him this offseason, if I remember. Jordan Willis, they're just an overall really average team, just like the Bengals in real life. Deion Buchanan was killing me, though. He was killing me last game. They still have Vontaze Perfect. Their corners are unbelievable. They're fast as hell. I could not throw, so there'll probably be some frustration and rage. Moses McHenry. And they have a decent kick returner. So injuries on our side are just Sean Davis. So my boy Edgerton Gilliard is going to be starting. You see the confidence is way up. He's been playing extremely well. So hopefully we just keep that rolling, man. All right. Make sure you like, subscribe, and holla at your boy. I'll catch y'all next time. All right. Peace.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They'll run again with Bernard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
The NFL's constantly looking for matchup problems at tight end, and Tyler Eifert fits the bill for the Cincinnati Bengals. You can move him outside like he's a wide receiver, bring him inside and have him block like a traditional tight end does, and sometimes you can put him in the backfield and run routes from there. And in the red zone, he may be one of the better threats in the league.
a shot here for Dalton. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. First down, Herring. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside, you can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him. Gives him that huge chip on his shoulder. And when he's right and plays at his best, one of the best linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Herring. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Dalton here from the gun. His throw incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Let's really illuminate linebacker Ryan Shazier. Has the speed of a safety. In fact, coming out of college, some people clocked him at sub 4.4 in the 40, but also the ability to go up and down the line of scrimmage and thump just like the linebacker he is.
And his 4th year in the league now, coming off his first Pro Bowl. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Herring. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, here's Bernard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And all deep deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Bengals grab it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end. Zone. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw on 3rd down. Herring. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on...
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything, because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And now to the air, Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Here's Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right to the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw. Herring firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On 1st and 10, Herring. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On 3rd and 2, Herring. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Bernard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Dalton now to pass. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing again. Herring. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw. Herring. Over the middle. Rodgers has it. A good pickup there at 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And again this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herring. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down. Herring got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 2. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. He's been pretty quiet here in the second quarter. They've got the lead. That's the good news. But you think they get him more involved going forward?
I think that they do, and that's what they always want to do because he's such a priority and he's such a big-time playmaker. But sometimes defenses take that away, and they've been able to find another way to get it done themselves.
Yeah, they absolutely have. They're winning. And look at the scoreboard right now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Now Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And now out come the Steelers. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again. Herring. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dayon Buchanan
coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Herring. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. He hasn't had his usual star-studded performance so far, but still the second quarter, and they're still up on the scoreboard.
And sometimes even as a decoy, you can have a big impact on the game, and that's what we've seen thus far. They're still able to get it done. They found other ways. They haven't had to utilize him as a top priority just yet, but you know he's waiting and available.
Yeah, now the question is, how will they utilize him here? They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Steelers taking control early in the first. Willis is going to take down the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Bengals up now by 2. Steelers line up at the 3. Herring's going to complete a pass into coverage, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Deficit shrinks to 2. Steelers with the ball late in the half. Buchanan's going to get the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Pittsburgh for the second half.
All right, LR, thank you, my man. Still anyone's contest, just a 2-point game as we get set for the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Leopard.
Operating from the gun. Herring. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 44 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
Throwing on 1st down. Herring. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Off-play action. Herring. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herring. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herring. This will be caught at about the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a handoff looking right. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
The one-sided defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Herring. He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference. Defense.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Looking to throw. Herring into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it. And that will be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and an alley to run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On first down, Herring. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
No. Check, Patriot. Here we go now.
To throw on second down, Herring. And he fires one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vontaze Burfict. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
To throw here, Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there. And
oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here?
It got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Herring. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. Dalton throwing on second down. He drops it off for Bernard. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he is knocked down from the side near the 48-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Herring dancing to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down. Herring. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
From midfield here, Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. A swift move, but not a ton to show for it. Tackle just on the other side of midfield. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Dalton wants to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To throw on 3rd down. Herring. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Herring. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Herring. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So there's the spike as it comes with 23 seconds to go. So 2nd and 10 here. To throw. Herring. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herring. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. All right, here's Dalton. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Able to slither by. Room here to run. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. It is up and through, and there is your final margin of victory is on the final play. They win it by a touchdown. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.
Oh my goodness, everybody. What a play. Edgerton Gilliard, I tried to tell you guys about him, man. The GOAT, the greatest safety of all time, Edgerton Gilliard. What a play. They better show it on this replay. That's all I know. Oh, great catch by the rookie. Juju doing his thing. Oh, man. I was screaming. I was literally screaming. I can't believe that. Just play it again. It has to be the play of the game. What? How's that not the play of the game? Oh man, Madden was trying. Madden tried to beat me that game. I was not facing the Bengals. I was facing Madden. Oh my goodness, guys, what a game. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Alright guys, I'll catch y'all next time. Leave a like, subscribe, and holla at your boy. Peace.